Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we have just revealed that we picked up this gorgeous Suzuka Blue AP2 S2000. Here is the Ford sitting in the background. Don't worry, she ain't going anywhere. But I want to take this video to just kind of go over all the tiny little things that are wrong and start making a list of parts that we need to buy. So starting with the exterior. For the most part, exterior here is pretty good. We are going to do a full polish and ceramic coat, but there are a couple of minor things that we need to do before we do that. So one of the things I noticed the other day here was this little paint chip here, and I think this is from paint cracking when the fenders were rolled. Let me see if that'll focus here. You can see it's got a little bit of a chip there. Not a big deal. There's no rust or anything. We're just gonna touch that up and get that all nice and cleaned. A couple of other areas. Our headlights aren't too foggy, but we can probably clean that up a little bit. So we're gonna clean up the fog lights. And while we're looking here at the front, you know, a bunch of small things like this will probably get clay barred out. But here is one thing that we'll probably need to do is fix the hood alignment. So if we come down here, you'll see that this gap here is very tight compared to this gap where it's a lot wider. So this is a pretty simple fix. We're just gonna undo the bolts that hold on the hood and shift it over a little bit. So again, a lot of minor things. Let's see here. Soft top. The soft top does have tears in it. I'm gonna come show you guys where those tears are. So there's a tear under here. Someone's already tried to patch this before previously, and then there's another tear here. All in all, not too bad. What we're probably gonna do as a temporary fix is put some water resistant tape on the underside and epoxy it. We will eventually replace this soft top, but that's not a priority right now. We just want to enjoy the car for what it is. So that's most of the exterior. We do have a hard top that I took and put inside, that the rear plastic glass is sun faded. We're gonna try to polish that up and see if we can bring it back to life. If not, at some point we will replace it with the tempered glass that someone sells. It'll get fixed, basically. This is our hardtop here. So you can see this is some sort of Lexan glass, and it's very sun faded. It got bubbling up top, so we're gonna try to polish this and bring it back to life. If not, there's tempered glass that we can replace this with. That for the most part is most of the exterior flaws. For an 18-year-old car, can't complain too much. So yeah, exterior wise, things look good. Couple of micro scratches here or there that should get polished up. Let's go into the interior next. All right, so as you can see, we've already started disassembling the interior. Again, a lot of the interior is mostly fine. There was just one thing that I found to be an issue, and that's why we were taking off the door panels. So if you take a listen here, if I tap on the driver's door, it sounds pretty hollow, right? So we'll come over to the passenger side here. And then if I tap this door, it's a lot more solid. So let me show you what the issue is that I found. We took this door panel off, and well, first of all, this entire vapor barrier someone has just torn apart. Like if we looked at the passenger side over here, it's basically like still good. But if we take a look in here, what you'll notice is this intrusion beam is just floating around. And if we look closer, well, you guys can't see, but I think what happened is someone replaced the door skin of this at some point, because there's still the VIN number here, but that should not have fallen off. Like there's no residue of any seam seal or anything, and it should be welded back here. So I'm pretty sure the exterior skin of this door has been replaced at some point, which isn't a big deal. It's fine. It looks like it was done for the most part pretty decently. They just forgot to put that intrusion beam back on correctly. But what we'll do is we'll just take some automotive seam sealer and press it against the door to just make it not as tinny sounding. That's really the only main issue I found for the interior. There are a couple of small things like just clips and whatnot that I've already made a list of and taken off. Like this door sill here is missing a clip. I have a shift boot that I haven't put back on yet just because I've been a little lazy. Radio, still have the radio. I was just ordering a couple of parts for that, mainly the controls for the steering wheel, but otherwise the interior for the most part is pretty good. Oh, one thing I did order was a brand new rear view mirror because that one is bubbling at the edges. But that's about it in terms of things that are wrong for the interior. We're just gonna do a deep clean, kind of steam cleaning everything and cleaning all the carpets, that kind of stuff. For the most part, again, this is a very solid car. There's just a bunch of small things that are wrong that, you know, for an 18-year-old car, I can't complain too much. I think it's in pretty good condition, all things considered. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the engine bay to wrap up this video. But yeah, I showed you guys in the last video already, but in the engine bay, a lot of small things like hood prop clips being broken, windshield washer, reservoir cap has a hole in it, but otherwise everything in the engine bay is pretty good. You know, the valve cover has some paint peeling. I think that's pretty typical with a car this age, but the valves were recently adjusted, so that's probably not a big deal to replace. But otherwise everything down beneath is good as well. So yeah, I think, and another issue is this, I have to really push on this hood to close it. I think it'll get fixed once I align the hood a little more centered. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this quick overview of the S2000 and what's wrong with it. There isn't really anything wrong with it. I think it's just needs a little TLC. It's a project car, 18 years old, can't complain. So hope you guys are excited for the restoration and build process for this car. I know I am definitely excited to work on this and bring this back to a nice mint condition. So if you guys are excited for that too, be sure to hit that subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Follow my Instagram at QMedia, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.